this is every single ability in Tower Heroes, because, like, there's, like, a lot, and, well, it might be a little bit too complicated to know them all, so I'm just gonna explain them all. Okay, now we are in our, classic testing area, aka Desolate Desert. And so we're gonna start off pretty simple here, with probably the most simple ability in the entire game, which is Spectres. It's pretty simple. The only issue with this video is I have to wait for, like, a while. Now, so most of these kind of just explain what it is, like, in, like, this little bubble over here, so boost the attack rate of heroes in range for 20 seconds. So I feel like I don't really have to explain this too much, but I'm pretty sure this takes either 30 seconds. I think it might be a minute for it to, fully, like, be able to actually be used and stuff, but it's pretty simple, Hold on, let me just wait this out, hold on. Okay, so, as you can see, fire rate boost, 10k, let's put down, like, a wizard, put down another wizard, and then another wizard, and then another wizard, and another wizard, and then another... Okay, that's probably good. So, as you can see, all these are in his range. Oh, that one's not. Okay, so all these are in his range. So, as you can see, let's just upgrade them once really quickly. So, as you can see, this is their normal stats, 1.8 rate, 14 damage, that's just by the Spectre, and range 8. And so, if we use the Spectre boost... actually, let's put one over here. If we activate the Spectre boost, they have 1.35 for 20 seconds, and as you can see, the ones outside of his range do not actually get the status effect. So yeah. So next up, we have the Slime King special ability, which is, as you can see here, pay mana to summon the Slime King. Now, if you never use this ability, this is probably kind of confusing. So here's basically what it does. So I'm pretty sure this one is a full minute it takes for it to appear or whatever. So once it actually appears, it's gonna summon a Slime King over here, which we'll do in a couple of seconds. So it'll be a friendly Slime King that goes in that doesn't really attack enemies. It's kind of like these slimes, so they just kind of walk into enemies and deal damage. So this first one's 20k. Now the actual Slime King has 7,000 health, but it will change depending on the skin. Like if it's like a mythic skin or not. Like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I so happen to have this skin on, so it changed the Slime King for this. And yeah, so that's basically it. And as you can see, each time you do it, it goes up a little bit. So it went up by 5k this time, and then it'll just repeat that forever and ever and ever and ever. So next up is the Balloon Pal ability. So this will spawn a helper, pay mana to spawn a bomb float. I actually don't want these slimes here. So pay mana to spawn a bomb float. As you can see, it's very simple. 20k, and then it spawns a bomb float. Now, on the surface, this may seem pretty simple. It's like, oh, it just deals 5,000 damage to enemies. But actually, let's get our test brawler here, and let's up the speed a little bit, because nobody wants to really, wait for, it to actually, appear and stuff. I gotta wait, bro. Okay, so I sped up the Blastic Brawler, and as you can see, it looks like it's gonna deal 5,000, right? Well, as you can see, it dealt 7,500. Get rid of that. It dealt 7,500. Now that's because of the bomb on the boat, which, like, all bombs deal more damage. Like, all bomb friendly enemies deal more damage than their health actually is. So that's regular. And as you can see, the more that you have, it does go up with each time you do it. So as you can see, 30k. Last time it was 20k if you weren't counting. Alright, next up we have the Discount Dog ability. So, it pays mana to increase the hero limit by 1. Now, usually, I don't really know what the exact things are, but I know if there's, 6 people, it's, 18 hero limit or something like that. So, this is pretty simple. It just ups the hero limit. So, it's actually not as simple as you may think, because it does not increase the hero limit of summoners. Now, of course, I'm in a sandbox game, but even with the Discount Dog ability, you will not be able to do another Slime King, Cart Kid, Jester, you know, those types of heroes, like the summoners. So, I think that's good information to know in case you think, like, oh, I'm gonna put down another card kit or something. Just don't waste it, because it's a lot of mana. Like the first one was 70k, this is 95k. And the one after that is 194k. It's a lot, I don't know. It's, yeah. And next up we have the Wizard ability. This is also kind of simple. So, pay mana to increase magic damage. That may sound kind of weird because it's not just damage. It is literally just damage. So as you can see, magic boost here. We pay 2,000. The damage right now is 28. We up it. Does a little animation. 38. Okay, now you should repeat this. It does 10 damage every time you upgrade it, with the cost also increasing by 4,000. And it eventually maxes out once you hit 5,000 and then pay the 5,000. Then it ends off at 68 damage. As you can see, it's max. If we try to hit it, even when the timer's fully up, it just doesn't work. So, yeah. And the sell price does actually increase. Alright, so next up we have probably, if not the most complicated ability in this entire game, which is Beetrice. Of course, the most complicated ability is also on, like, one of, like, the worst towers. So, you know, Beetrice just spawns bees. Keep in mind that each level that she levels up, it's a different type of bee. So right now it's honeybee, but next bee will be, okay, as you can see, it's worker bee. Level 3, it is, oh, it's also worker bee. Okay, but then level 4, it's different because I can't really, what? Fighter bee. Okay, so level 4 is a fighter bee, and then level 5 spawns, I believe, drone bees, but I might be wrong. Okay, it's also fighter bees. That may sound kind of like useless information, but trust me, this is important. So as you can see, the special ability says summon a caster bee. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So first of all, let's spawn a caster bee regularly. Okay, so this is a regular caster bee. Its range is like this. It spawns bees, and yeah, it just kind of does that. You know, it just spawns bee. It stuns heroes as well. Let's just quickly kill the caster bee. If we, oh, it's stunning the heroes. You get the, hold on. So okay, so that's a caster bee. So keep in mind that every different levels had a different number of bees. So, let's just quickly, okay, yeah. So, watch these bees, okay? Once we hit the ability. She spawns the max amount of bees of those type of bees from every other level. Now, this does cause the game to lag a little bit, but, you know. And also, it spawns a caster bee over here, which is a friendly one, and the bees attack enemies. It's kind of complicated, but I hope that explained it well. Alright, next up we have is Bunny. So, Bunny isn't really a paid ability. As you can see, oh wait, it doesn't actually start at level 5. It starts at level 3. Bunny gets stronger when other bunnies are nearby. Now, what does nearby necessarily mean? Let's go to level 5. So, all they have to do is for the bunnies to be in the range. Okay? It just has to be in the range of the bunny. So, right now the damage is 50. Okay? With 3 bunnies, it's still 50, so it hasn't changed yet. But after a 4th one, you won't believe this, it's 51. Yeah, it goes up by 1. And I'm pretty sure there's usually a max of 8 bunnies. So let's just see what the max of 8 is. It goes up to 58. Okay, yes, so it maxes out at 58, I think. And yeah, so, I mean, it's not really, like, that crazy of a middle ability, but it will help out every now and then, just, like, to get that extra little bit of damage in, you know, because who doesn't want just some extra damage, you know, with towers, because, you know, it's kind of bad sometimes. Okay, what is going on here? I think they're trying to attack the bees while also attacking the caster. What is happening? Next up we have El Goblino from Doors, which Doors hasn't really gotten an update in a while, but you know, whatever. So, as you can see, the special abilities, place down a crucifix on the path. So, this used to one-shot Jester. I'm not kidding. I saw a video, it literally, they one-shotted Jester with this ability. It was insane, okay? Sadly, you cannot anymore because they nerfed it, and now it's kind of garbage. But that's not the point, okay? So if you ever played Doors, you know that the crucifix will stop any Doors entity from, you know, running at you, and it also just kills it immediately. So this doesn't actually kill it immediately. Instead, what it does is it stops it and deals some of its health. So let's just wait a little bit. Okay, so now we have the crucifix. So let's take out our test brawler with 1 million HP. And now, as you can see, let's place down the crucifix. So this is a crucifix. You can sell it for 460, which you know, you buy it for 60k, so I don't think it's really that good of an idea. But as you can see, it deals 5% of the boss's health. Now with Spectre, it actually does go up, so you can make it do 10%. So the crucifix is 10 seconds, which means that just stops it for 10 seconds. Now the immunity, the boss has immunity to another crucifix for 2 minutes. So this is it. As you can see, it dealt 5 damage. It's currently stopping it in place. Turns red like the actual Doors, and then it goes away after a little bit. And yes, now the boss has immunity for another crucifix for 2 minutes. So yeah, I mean, like, it's still alright, like, but you know, it's still kind of. Also, it's the only level 6 tower in the entire game, by the way, because it says level 6, so, you know, that's cool, I guess. So next up, we have Lure. So, Lure, basically, as you can see, the special ability, increase enemies targeted. Total is 1. So let's look at this, okay? So let's get some Fire Skull Ghosts, you know, because they're fast. And let's test this out, okay? So as you can see, I spawned 3, and they only go to 1. Now, of course, like at the end, like they would go to the end ones. But if we do this ability, as you can see, total enemies targeted is 2. So let's get rid of this guy, and let's just quickly wait. Okay, so now we have the third one. So as you can see, increase enemies targeted, total 3. So now that we do this, let's spawn 3. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, it will now attack all 3, all 3 at once. It was a little bit laggy, so I didn't show it. But yeah, so this can go, I do not actually know how long this can go for. I'm assuming it can go for ever. And by the way, this does not mean that it does, like, 4 times damage to one enemy. It still does the same amount of damage. It's just, it can increase the enemies targeted. So yeah. Next up, we have a very simple one, which is just Quinn. So, a level 5 ability is just, for 10 seconds, all enemies within range will become slow. Like, it's not really that crazy. 15k, Spore Field. And yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure the only way to get slowness besides Jester, of course. And yeah, that's basically it. It just slows it down. Okay, so the ability's ready, so let's spawn a Fire Skull Ghost. So that's the regular speed. When we slow it down, it goes slower, and there's like the red arrow to show that it's, you know, speed is lowered. After it exits the range, it you know, becomes you know, no longer slow. But you know, if it was still in the range, it would be slow for 10 seconds. So yeah, pretty simple. All right, here we are, almost done with the video. So we have Stella next up, which she actually does not have a ability, but rather, let's get out the Skull Ghosts. Okay, so rather, the drawings have an ability. As you can see, repaint is the ability. I'll just keep spawning more and more and more and more, you know. Okay, can she spawn another drawing? Okay, there we go. So as you can see, right now, this drawing has 13 health, okay? But if we repaint, it has 20 health. Yeah, that's it. And if you do, and okay, sorry, let me just talk a little bit more. So, the the more health that the drawing has lost, the more expensive it will be. I'll just keep spawning more, just to explain this better. And as you can see, the sell price also goes down, as it deals more damage. But when you repaint it, the sell price still goes that way. But, you know, the health is back, so that's just repainting. Alright, so now we have probably the most useless ability in this entire game. Okay, let's be honest here. Okay, this is a pretty useless ability. So yeah, so this is called the Volt point. It's on Volt, you know, not surprising. So the way it works is that Volt will now attack this Volt point. What is a Volt point, you may ask? Well, it's just a Volt point and extends the range. It has to be inside Volt's range, I think. Because, like, if we went all the way over here, yeah, it doesn't work. But other Volts can actually, use it as well. So, that's kind of useful. What isn't useful is the fact that after one Volt point, it costs 12k to buy another one. Are you kidding me? Who would ever make this economical decision? And, uh-oh, by the way, if you place another Volt point out of the other Volt point's range, it won't even do anything. And guess what? They sell for 450. The literal most useless thing in this entire game. And yes, okay, the cost does go down each time that you sell another one. Okay, it was 21k, now it's 12k. But is over 10k, over 1,000 even worth it? And yes, okay, all it does is it literally just... It's got some aliens in here, hold on. Alien! Okay, there we go. Let's get a big alien. Just make the, you know, speed a little bit more, just because I don't feel like waiting. And as you can see, it literally will just extend the range of Volt. Just get Balloon Pal, okay? This is not worth it, okay? And especially because, like, after 3 seconds, he just goes back into his range. It literally does not matter. Like, you can keep putting him down, but just know that each next one you place, it will probably not be enough to, you know, have any point. 30k for the next one? Sure. What's the next one after that? 39k. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure it goes up by 9k each time. After 5, it goes to max. 5! Like, bro, what is this ability? Also, after you sell the Volt, they're still there, and if you max another one, it maxes out all the Volt points for that one as well. So, yeah, give it up for Volt. Let's go. And now one of the best abilities in the entire game, besides, you know, Spectre boost ability. This is Dragon Flame. Now, it doesn't just apply Dragon Flame, okay? So let's get a very slow enemy, and then we also have to wait for the... Why do these take so much time? They should have a thing in sandbox mode where it just instantly cuts away all the time for abilities. This video could have came out like 3 weeks later if I didn't have to wait for or 3 weeks earlier if I didn't have to wait for all these abilities. Alright, so sorry for mentioning there. But okay. So here's what you do. So it's 3,000 and it does not get rid of the price, okay? Each time you use it, the price will not go up or go down, as you can see. So, take a nice little look at these stats right here, okay? Get a good idea of these stats, okay? Now, what if it was overpowered? Now, this is still not as good as OG Chef. However, so, okay, just... Wait, is this... Okay, let's just use this for an example. Hold on. Okay, so as you can see, this is the stats now. For reference, this is the stats. I know, cooldown being 0.68 seconds, and with Spectre and Spectre boost and Balloon Pal, this all goes up still. Okay, besides, like, obviously the rate and stuff. But, like, you know, it's insane. You know, like, this is crazy. But that's not even it. Let's get out a bomby, why don't we? Okay, let's get out some bombs. Oh, wait. Oh, can actually type bomby. So, let's do some blast tech bombs. And, as you can see, you know, regularly, like, you know, a mortal, he would get stunned by the bombs. Like, how could you ever do that? You know, like, what even is that? Like, being stunned... Like, come on. So if you do Dragon Flame, he also can't be stunned. Like, bro, what? But that's all for today because there's no more abilities in the game. As I'm pretty sure, because yeah, I mean they might add more to more heroes and stuff. But yeah, for now that is all in the towers. But that is also all for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video, which will probably be like next year. So that wasn't actually intended. I didn't think about that. The fact that that next year's like in 2 weeks. Okay, you know what I mean. See you next time.